First we'll replace the top text widget with a CCA widget. This has exactly the same fields as the text widget, but additionally has category and country selectors. If you want to add a title, you can use the BR tag in CCA widgets, unlike the text widget. This means that you can wrap the title where you want it. As our default entry, we'll use the book club entry from the original text widget. So I'll insert that and save. This probably isn't of any interest to our visitors to travel posts. So for post under the travel category, we'll add a new entry, which basically is a JavaScript hotel booking form. So we'll save that. Now what Tom really wanted for visitors interested in travel was information on his fantastic coupon codes for flights. Unfortunately, they're only available to visitors from Canada and the United States. Not a problem. What we'll do is, for visitors from Canada, we'll select Canada. We'll provide a new entry, which is Tom's text for his coupon code. And we'll do exactly the same for category travel, visitor from United States. Save again. And there, we're done. So let's have a look what this looks like within a browser. Now I've got two browsers open. The first uses my real United Kingdom visitor IP address, and I've also got a second browser open, which, courtesy of this black ribbon, gives the browser a United States IP address. So if we refresh both these pages, which are currently on Junior Fiction posts, you'll see that we get the same content as the existing text widget, because we don't have a CCA entry at the moment for travel category. The only difference is that our CCA widget wraps the title where we want to wrap it. If I select a travel post, and I'll do the same for the US visitor browser, you'll see that our US visitor sees the discount code information, which is precisely what we want on these travel posts, whereas our British visitor sees the hotel booking form. You may have also noticed that the CCA plugin's worked its magic within the post here. This is all courtesy of shortcodes. They're pretty self-explanatory. CCA country code display inserts a country code. CCA country name inserts a country name. Then we also have CCA display opening and closing tags. And the not equals US, CA means don't display this content to visitors from the Canada and the United States. And if we scroll back up, you can see for our British visitors we've got some content here, and our US visitors don't see that content. You may have also noticed that our temperature for our US visitor is in Fahrenheit, but for our British visitor is in centigrade. There's also a CCA convert shortcode, and you can use F equals for Fahrenheit or C equals for Celsius, and it will automatically convert the temperature number to the scale used by your visitor. For example, US and visitors from the Bahamas would see Fahrenheit, visitors from Europe would see Celsius, etc. Okay, I've deleted the text widgets from the sidebar and added an additional CCA widget. I've already added a number of entries for this widget. However, I've yet to add an RSS travel news entry. So currently our visitors to travel pages from the United Kingdom will see this all other categories visitor from Britain entry. And this displays an amazon.co.uk basic advertisement. There isn't an equivalent entry for our US visitors, so they'll see this all other categories visitor from anywhere entry, and that displays the amazon.com advertisement here. I have set up junior fiction entries, and at the moment in our two browsers, our visitors on junior fiction posts will see this junior fiction anywhere else entry, which is this Amazon.com children's book advertisement. However, our British visitors want to see Amazon.co.uk, not Amazon.com. So if we go back to the widget entries, you'll see I do have an entry for junior fiction visitors from Republic of Ireland, and that actually uses the Amazon.co.uk code we want to use for United Kingdom. So if I select that and load it into the form, all we do now is just change the form to select United Kingdom and save again, and we now have this content here saved as a junior fiction United Kingdom entry. If I go back and refresh our British browser window on this junior fiction post, you'll now see we get an Amazon.co.uk ad as we want. Okay, next we're going to add an ad within post for all junior fiction category posts. It'll appear below the title of all junior fiction posts. Now the widget area on the dashboard doesn't handle post widgets, so we go to Settings, Category Country Aware Goodies, and you'll see there's an Ads Within Posts tab, and all we do is select our category, junior fiction. We'll leave visitors from anywhere, paste in our advert. Now there is an option to activate or deactivate the Ads Within Post widget. We'll obviously want to activate it and save our changes. Now if I go back to the junior fiction category post, you'll see we now get the advert we want within the post. If you want it to be responsive, so this ad only appears on small devices, we'll go back to the settings, select the general tab, and you'll see there is an option here to add an option to each widget settings for responsiveness. So we'll activate that setting, and you now see that we can define at what width the advert should appear. So we want it to appear if it's less than 800 pixels. Again, we'll save that. And now if we go back to the Ads Within Post widget, you'll see that we've got a responsive tick box. Tick that, save changes. And now if I refresh this window, you should see the ad disappear. But if I shrink the box down to tablet size, the ad will reappear. Simple and as quick as that. The last item we're going to add is an RSS travel news feed. Now the site already uses the WordPress RSS newsfeed widget, and this takes a mass amount of space and is just a distraction on any of our posts apart from those which are relevant to travel, like this one. Not only that, but the summaries themselves are taking up far too much space. So what we'll do is we'll use this second CCA widget in category travel to display our travel news items. The RSS functionality isn't displayed automatically in the sidebar widgets because for most people don't need it. It would just clutter up the display for them. But we obviously do need it, so we'll add that functionality to our widgets. We'll also add display option functionality, which I might come to later. Save, and once saved, you'll find that your sidebar widget now has a widget type option, and all we need to do is select category travel, and we'll do our default visitor from most countries, any country first. Select RSS feed as our widget type. Now, and it will display the RSS options. Now, these are basically the same as the original WordPress widget, but additionally we can specify how many characters we want to be displayed in our news summaries, and we also have one further option which I won't cover, which provides SEO benefits. And all we have to do is enter our news feed URL. Now, I'm going to use as the default one for the travel category the United Kingdom Foreign Office travel news. This has the best reputation worldwide, so we'll save that. And here we are on the travel post with using my American visitor browser. And if I do a refresh, you'll see we now get the travel advice, but this is Gov UK travel advice. Now, patriotic Americans would probably much rather see travel advice from their own government. So, likewise, Australia provides travel advice, and Canada, etc. And we can give all those the option to see their own travel news. So we'll go back to our widget. And for visitors from the United States, we'll change the URL for the feed to the Travel State Gov News feed, and save. Now if I refresh, you'll see we get the Travel State Gov News. And if you compare this with the standard WordPress RSS widget using the same news feed, you'll see ours is much more compact. We've specified a lot less characters for our summaries. Finally, we'll have a look at the display options we've added to our sidebar widget. These are a number of tick options such as no padding, no border, no background. And it allows you to modify the look of your widgets without the use of any HTML code or any CSS. You can also increase or decrease a space above your widget. If we look at it on a theme which uses borders and things, you'll see that our typical Amazon advert doesn't really fit the box properly. So what we can do is, if we use a CCA widget, we can use our tick options and hide things like the border, remove padding and margins. We can even increase the gap above the widget or decrease the gap above it, and fit images to the sort of full width. In this case we kept our padding but fit the image within the padding. Okay, well that's all I'm going to cover in this video. Good luck using it.